Hi, I'm Lindy Antonelli. I head up Armanino's Cloud Technology Solutions Business Development Practice, and I chair the Controllers Council Board of Advisors. Thank you for attending. A few housekeeping items before we get started. All attendees will receive a copy of the deck after the webcast. We encourage you to ask questions in the Q&A section of the GoToWebinar control panel. Check the Controllers Council site for upcoming events and a recording of this event. And we have a couple of handouts in the GoToWebinar tool on your control panel. Feel free to click and download. Now, the title of our webcast today is You Survived 2020, How to Thrive in 2021. There is no doubt that 2020 has challenged all of our businesses, but you have survived. Now, let's talk about how you will thrive in 2021 and beyond. One key will be developing a long-term strategy to rebuild and grow in an ever-evolving business and economic environment. Our experts will discuss how you can best utilize people, process, and technology to build a strategy to allow your organization to achieve sustainable, profitable, long-term growth. You will also hear about navigating the tax landscape in the coming years ahead. First, about our firm, Armanino. We are a top 25 CPA and consulting firm and the strategic business partner to the finance organization. Now, about our panelists. Ryan Prindiville wears many hats as a partner at Armanino, heading up our strategy and transformation, data analytics, and solution architecture practice areas. And Jerry Clancy is a partner in our tax practice. Welcome, guys, my fellow partners and esteemed panelists today. If you could please say hello and a few words about yourself, and then we'll get right to our discussion today.
Thanks for having us, Lindy. I appreciate it, and happy to be here. Like you said, Ryan Prindiville here. I've been a partner with Armanino for and I've been with the firm for not quite 6 years now. Long history in balancing the line between technology and management consulting and helping clients and so forth in many different ways. Spent the first half of my career on the client side, and second half of the year on the dark side in the consulting space. And happy to share any thoughts and examples from a long history of walking that line for clients today.
Great, thanks, Ryan. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Good.
Thanks for joining.
I was having some technical difficulties, so I'm on now. So
great. Well, if you'd like to say a few words about yourself, and then we'll get right to our discussion here.
Sure. Jerry Clancy. I'm a tax partner at Armanino, and I lead our firm's national privately held business tax group across the country, and work a tremendous amount with various types of companies, whether they be technology or manufacturing or distributing companies. And I guess, I do a fair amount of sort of general advisory with respect to those, not just tax. So I guess they wanted me on this call because maybe I have a little bit of an insight into how sort of business owners are, navigating through this crisis.
Great. Well, thank you both. Your wealth of experience and your knowledge will go a long way to our audience today. So thank you for that. If you can move to the next slide, we've got just an overview. Ryan's going to take a few minutes and tell us a little bit more about our technology solutions practice area.
So it's funny that the topic for today is you survived 2020 and how to thrive in 2021, and a lot of the comments and topics might be around digital transformation. So we thought it would be important to think about some of the things that Armanino brings to the table from our technology solutions capabilities. And we're a full service firm. We do have tax, audit, consulting. Our consulting business has both the combination of advisory consulting as well as technology consulting solutions. It includes things like ERP, CRM, financial close, helping you streamline that financial close, helping you think through FP&A and how do you do a better job of forecasting and planning, which is especially important in these crazy times, being able to reforecast and replan quickly and accurately. And then how do you integrate all these solutions and think through and position your team for the future? And then maybe more importantly today is the concept of broad data analytics. How do you have the right reporting, the right automation, the right capabilities for pushing your business and all your peers on the operations side, the sales side, the marketing side, to have the data that you can all rely on and trust together at the same time?
Yeah, they're all intertwined, and please feel free, audience, to reach out to any one of us if you need more information on any of these services. So now on to our fireside chat. There we go. So great, Ryan. I'll start off with you. What exactly is digital transformation, and really, how has that definition changed over the years? How is it relevant today?
It's funny. You'll see a lot of different definitions out there, and historically, I think people thought of digital transformation maybe as just leveraging technology and updating legacy systems and so forth historically, but really what we're seeing now is the concept of digital transformation has broadened out, right? And where we talk about it, and you simply, it might be things as simple as moving your systems out of the closet and off premise into the cloud, right? But it could be maybe a more broader topic that encompasses people, process, and technology, and thinking about how are we enabling your people with the right tools, the right capabilities to allow them to do their job more effectively, to service your customers, more quickly with relevant information and services, and maybe it could even be a step further around, are you positioned to leverage your internal data as an asset, to rethink your operations, to push your organization forward, and maybe position yourself for the changes and the craziness that's going on in the world today. So I think the definition, to your point, Lindy, maybe has broadened and faster than it has narrowed recently.
Right. Jerry, any thoughts there on digital transformation, what you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to get into it with really the next question about, companies and various, that have had various reactions to the pandemic in terms of their financial performance, and I'll share kind of what my experience has been talking to the business owners and CFOs and controllers about, transformation and its consequences to them now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I think a little bit about the definition too, I mean, meaning it could be as broad as encompassing things like, what is your digital strategy? Do you have a customer engagement strategy? Have you done things on the front end of your business to enable and bring your customers closer to you? Anything from automating business portals and invoicing and these types of things up front, to back end, meaning have you done the legacy work around doing data cleanup and leveraging or looking at things like robotic process automation. I know, Lindy, I think you guys had a session last month with the Controllers Council on mm-hmm. automation as well. That could be considered a component of a digital transformation strategy, right? It's not the end all be all. It is a component of a strategy. But mm-hmm. then you look at now more advanced topics like artificial intelligence and blockchain and those kind of things. You might consider those as part of your overall strategy, but it doesn't have to be that complex, right? You can start with simple, like with understanding your existing processes. What are your teams doing today, and how can we streamline and simplify using cloud-based tools? That could be a simple starting point.
Yep, that's